Hello guys. Today we'll learn about Amazon SQL service, which is a queuing service of Amazon. We will see how to create a queue. We'll see its configuration. We'll see how to create dead letter queue. We'll see how polling works from a simple queue to dead letter. And at the end of the video, we'll talk about interesting facts about one of the service of Amazon. So let's start. Once we click on create queue, we get a very important message that we cannot change type once we create a queue. So we have got two types. One is standard, one is FIFO. So in FIFO, we get first in, first out delivery and exactly once processing of messages. Whereas in standard, we get best effort ordering. That is, it is not first in and first out. The order can be different, and we get at least once delivery from the standard option. Also, if I talk about FIFO, our name has got extension with .FIFO, and if we talk about standard, we can define just a simple name. So let's see with FIFO. Let's create one. First FIFO. Let's start with this name. Now in the configuration section, you have got visibility timeout, that is 30 seconds. You've got delivery delay. If you want to delay your delivery of message, you can define seconds. If you want receiver to receive a message with a wait time, you can define that number of seconds. Now this is very important configuration message retention policy. Now, message retention period is that for how many days, how many minutes, or how many hours your message would be there in your queue. And this is the size of the messages, the maximum size which you can have in SQS. If you come down, you've got access policy. Now you can define basic or you can define a particular account or user which can receive message or which can send message, and you have advanced option where you can define your own JSON and give the policy. If you'll come down, you have got an encryption option, you've got redrive allow policy option, and you've got dead letter queue option, and you can define tags which is optional. So let's create a simple queue. So you can see first.fifo queue is created. You can just click on more and you will get all its settings which you can edit in the later on, but you cannot change the type. Now let's create another queue which will act as a dead letter for this queue. So if we define a dead letter queue, we have to keep in mind that it should be of the same type of the normal queue. So since we defined FIFO, we'll define dead letter as the FIFO queue. Yeah, that's defined as first underscore dead letter dot FIFO. Let it remain as it is, and that's it. Create a queue. So now if we go to queue, we have got first FIFO and first dead letter FIFO. Now we have to make a configuration of dead letter in our first queue. So let's click on here, click on edit, come down, dead letter, enable it. Now you will get an option to select a queue for dead letter. Now you see it has given us a pop-out of our dead letter queue which we just created. We'll select this. Now what is maximum receives? Maximum receive is the count your messages, number of times your messages is being pulled in the queue. And after that, once this maximum receive count is reached, it will move to dead letter. So for the demo purpose, I'll keep it to as in 4. I'll click on save. Now you can see in the dead letter queue of this, you have got an error of dead letter and the maximum receive count is 4. Now let's see how does it work. Let's send a message in this. Hello. Can be anything for demo purpose. Or I'll click on send message. Now it has given us a message. The message has been sent. Now let's see. Yeah, we have got one message available. Let's come down to queue. Now you can see in first refer one message is available. Let's start polling this message. Once I click poll for this message, now you can see this message body as hello, which we just pushed. Details you can see. Now keep in mind the first received time is 16:31 of 5th of Jan. Now, and you can see receive count as 1. Now we'll try to poll this message 4 times and see what happens. Now you can see the receive count has turned to 2. And once the polling is in happening, you can see the message goes to message in flight, which means the message is currently being processed. Somebody is trying to receive it, but since we do not have a receiver, it will come back to the queue and it will show it as message available again in the queue itself. Let's see again. You can see message available count has changed to 1. Now we'll poll this message again. Now received count is 3. And you can see in the message detail the first received time is 16:31. Now this is a very important because we have got message retention defined as well. This message retention period is 4 days. Now, if suppose our message move from queue to dead letter queue on the second day, and the retention policy of period of dead letter queue is dead letter queue is also 4 days. So it doesn't mean that it will keep for another 4 days in dead letter queue. No, it will see the first same time of the message, and if it is like 4 days older or 2 days older or 3 days older, it will count from day one the number of days which it should hold in the dead letter queue or in any of the queue. So this is very important, guys. Now let's see what happens if we poll the message again. Now you see the receive count has come to 4, this message is, and if we'll see here, it is showing message in flight, but it will come back to the message available count as 1. It will come back to the same queue. Why? Because the maximum receive setting is 4. It should be greater than 4, and then it will move to dead letter queue. Let's see. Now see, message available is 1. Now we'll poll for the final time. Now you see we did not get message over here. Even if we poll the messages, we have not got message over here. Now if we'll come on the queue page, it should go to dead letter queue. Now you see the message has moved to dead letter queue. And if we pull a message from the dead letter queue, you will see the receive count as 5. You will see the same message, and you will see the first received time is 16:31. So it's the same. It's the same initial time. It will not get changed. So if the message retention period is 4 days or couple of hours or minutes, some minutes, so it will keep track of the initial time, and it will start calculating from then onwards, and it will delete once that retention period is reached. This was about SQS. In the next video, we'll see how we can configure an alert in CloudWatch for our SQS number of messages, and how we can send that notification to the PagerDuty. So let's talk about interesting fact about one of the Amazon services. So that is SES services, simple email services. In AWS, we should always keep in mind that Amazon can pause your email services if your bounce rate exceeds 10%. Now it keeps a track of your bounce rate every time, and it should be maintained as per AWS recommendation below under 5%. But if it continues to remain above 5% and it gets more than 10%, then Amazon will pause your Amazon SES services. You would not be able to receive or send emails through Amazon SES services, and you have to go to Amazon Support Center and log in ticket to enable that again with proper justifications. That's a guide. Thank you. I'm hopeful that you like this video. Thank you.